All right. So anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, Gemini, with Jupiter being away here, it's going to be playing out. It's a natural energy. You got Mercury being at home here, and you got Jupiter being away here. So it's like it can learn the experiences, but it may feel uncomfortable. But it's like, okay, well, I got to go through it anyway. I might as well learn anyway. With Capricorn may not be understood because they may not be willing to listen to anybody's advice. They may not be willing because they feel like they're so right and they're so in charge of the situation and they're so passionate about it, aka all they see is red and all they see is their passions and their chakras just spinning with energy with these things that they're into and everything. So what happens is it plays out to where Capricorn is misunderstood in a lot of ways because as far as the Gemini archetype, they're misunderstood because they don't like to hear other people's advice as far as just the communication, and they don't like to hear other people's, wisdom in general, or other people's experiences or what they went through to build themselves up a status and everything like that. Because they feel like they're so right in a situation. And a lot of times a Capricorn may be right because Saturn rules this reality, but what's happening is we're ushering into a new age right now, and that shit's really just starting to be very outdated right now. We need to get into the opposite and get into our vibrations and our emotions and being able to connect with people on an emotional level. So therefore, we don't have any misunderstandings later on down in life. Now getting into Leo. Now with Leo misunderstanding Capricorn, the sun is at home. Brief rundown. The sun is at home in Leo. So Leos are very expressive. Leos are very wanting to be the center of attention in a lot of different ways. Vitality. Sex drive in a lot of different ways. More so in the energy of you wearing colorful colors to attract a mate or something like that. It kind of playing out like that. Not so with the Mars and you actually doing the action of the sexual activities, but more so you being seen for it. Or wanting to be seen as sexy or something like that. It could play out like that too. So with the energy of the sun, Capricorns don't understand why, maybe misunderstood because they may try to shoot down people's dreams, kind of like the Aquarius, because Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. But I'm saying that because of the Saturnian energy and playing out. So, Saturn will shoot down the dreams of the Leo and everything. So, a Capricorn's just trying to say hey, we're just trying to make sense of the situation. I don't need you acting out. I don't need you being all this, that, and the third and everything like that. We need to get serious and everything. You know what I'm saying? We really need to get motherfucking serious. And then another thing is that Neptune is exalted in Leo. So Neptune, more so in earlier degrees, but I like to just equate the whole energy signature because Leos are very creative, just like how the co-ruler of Pisces, Neptune, is a very creative energy too, because the 12th, 2nd, the 5th, and even the 7th house are dealing with highly creative energies as far as music, talent, arts and crafts and shit like that. All the sorts and everything. So, really all the houses do, but, the 7th house with the harmony and, the balance and everything like that. It can play out, that's musical aspect too, a certain balance of a certain amount of instruments and vibrations and timbre and all that good shit and everything. So, with Neptune being exalted, what happens is, Capricorn is misunderstood because they're dry. You know what I'm saying? That Neptune is it fizzles out and everything. You know what I'm saying? A dry sponge. So when you try to wash yourself, you're like, God damn, I fucking scratched my arm up and everything. Man, your imaginations is dry and shit like that. Or basically, a Capricorn may think that anybody who has something that's not having to, or basically a Capricorn will shoot down the dreams, aka Neptune dreams, of people who aren't participating in their structure and everything, or them, seeing the reality, because Capricorn is probably the most serious of all the zodiac signs. So, it's very tricky. Capricorn is hella misunderstood because of those energies. But a lot of it is on their own doing because they're very manipulative. Anyway, I'm not here to knock Capricorns. I got Venus in Capricorn, so I feel you. When I do it in an appreciative way. That these are the things that I love, and these are things I can compensate with. I can compensate with other people's reality. If I'm living in the same house as my parents and everything like that, I can compensate with their structure and my structure to be able to live in particular circumstances that are comfortable for everybody. So, now anyway, Saturn and Uranus are away in Leo. So, okay, Saturn, this is another thing that Capricorn doesn't understand. They don't understand when people don't understand that it's time to be serious. It's just I don't get it. We need to be serious right now. And then energies may be like, well, you're being too serious. You're serious all the time. You don't ever want to have fun. You don't ever want to be different. You don't ever want to do something different. All it is work, 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 and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to work every day. Not everybody wants to wake up at 6 in the morning and do everything at the damn house and everything. We need to be in balance and cahoots with each other and everything. You know what I'm saying? We need to compromise with each other. So that's the things that Capricorns may not be understood wholeheartedly for and everything. So, and then as far as the fall, Mercury is falling here. So once again, ideas, communication, this is the fall. So sometimes a Capricorn just may be like, look, if it doesn't make sense, if it's not something like that I can resonate with and everything like that, and they don't even be saying shit like, oh, if it resonates with me. And I'm saying Capricorns are spiritual too in a lot of different ways, but I'm breaking down the mundane aspect, the every average Joe Capricorn and everything like that. So these are very dry people. They're very dry people. I understand. I got family that's Capricorn. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I really do. But anyway, I'm not getting on y'all. Every zodiac sign has their issues. Aquariuses are guilty for the same shit. It's just in a different way. So, and that doesn't mean it's off the hook. It's just literally in a different way. So what happens here with the Mercury falling is, once again, ideas are just not expressed the right way. And then Capricorns are just like, okay, just stop fucking talking to me. If you don't have something to bring to my blueprint, I really don't have time for this. I'm ready to move the fuck on. Get the fuck out of my way, aka Mars being exalted, the sword and the shield. Boosh, get the fuck out of my way, Saturn, and it's doing it hard and rough and everything. It's like, this is why Capricorns are seen as very, their words are very sharp and everything. And they're just very brash individuals in general. But once again, I'm not getting on y'all Capricorns, you know what I'm saying? You yourself being a Capricorn, sun, moon, or ascendant, you probably see these energies play out within yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you understand it. It's just like, you got to figure out how to regulate it. And that's more so based upon like different alignments and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it plays out like that. So that's overall how Capricorn is misunderstood. They're misunderstood mainly for not being able to hear other people's ideas out because it doesn't make sense to them at the time being. AKA also other people's experiences that they've been through and different reasonings of doing certain things. Capricorn doesn't understand this. Or, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand Capricorn because they think that their advice is ultimately the end-all be-all and that nobody else's ideas matter at the end of the day. So, also, they may be party poopers. You know, Capricorns are party poopers. They fucking people want to have fun and people want to express themselves. People can't do it because you're like, we need to be serious and everything. And people don't want to hear that shit all the time. So, and with the Neptune energy, you know, people are wanting to be highly intuitive and creative. And once again, you're blocking, creating boundaries and restrictions and everything. So that's the Saturn archetype. So, you know, just a lot of different nuances and everything. But overall, you know, we need Capricorns in this world because in a world, you know what I'm saying, we can't always be in the head in the clouds. We can't always be in a situation where whenever the storm hits, we don't have a roof over our heads. So we need the Capricorn energy. It's just that y'all need us too because we all need balance. I'm about to go to the Aquarius video. I'll catch y'all in a second.